Okay, I'm wearing yellow in honor of Snow White. This is a Snow White video. Anyway. Okay. Hello everybody, hello Disney fans, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna be doing another ranking video. This in honor of Snow White being released, like right now. It's finally out. Once this video is out, let me tell us about what do you think of the movie. Do you like it? Is it as like not as bad as people expected it to be? I'm very mixed about it, and part of it is the music. So this way we're going to be talking about the musical numbers of Snow White, because why not? And I did one for the Little Mermaid. You can check it out right now on my channel after this video or before this video. Just put in your like. So I did a ranking of the Little Mermaid soundtrack. So I thought it would be interesting if we do the Snow White soundtrack. So I'm going to rank all the songs, and by this time this video, but when I recorded this video, I only seen the movie once. And I'm doing it based on my first initial listen. This is a ranking. This is very hard. So let's talk about it. Honestly, this movie feels like basically a whole new musical, but they're trying to do like a recreation or reimagining of the 1937 version, which is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And this is all the music is from Ben and Paul, who did Aladdin, A Greatest Showman. And to be honest with you, this is one of their weakest like soundtrack. It's not as powerful, it's not as good as The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman is better than this one, but also Aladdin is better than this one. We'll get into it. So the music is all over the place for this movie. So I find it interesting how, again, there's only 3 songs from the original 1937 version, which is Whistle While You Work, Hi Ho, and the Silly Song. I'm still gonna add in a musical number because, you know, I think they sang in that. I forgot, but I don't know if it's instrumental, but anyway, yes, there is that. And then overall there's like 6 whole new songs, which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with love. That's the thing I also love about these reimagining live action, is seeing new songs from the original brought into live action. It's just that the new songs really felt like it's very modern, and there's 2 songs right there. We'll get into it. They kind of replace I'm Wishing, or one song I'm Wishing, and the iconic one Someday My Prince Will Come. The only song that I wish was still there is Someday My Prince Will Come, because it's such like an iconic like song. But no, they decided to rechange it into one of the new ones and stuff. So we'll get right into it. So it's time for me to rank all the soundtrack. Again, this will be a spoiler review, so I'm going to be talking about spoiler plots in the movie. So again, if you haven't seen the movie, feel free to check it out, or I guess go ahead and just watch this video if you don't care about spoilers. So anyway, let's get right into it. So there's 12 tracks. Oh my god, why does Ben and Paul, I'm going to call their name Ben and Paul, they have so many reprises. Not just one, they have like 3 reprised. Usually reprise is only the I Want song, but no, we got the villain reprise song, the opening reprise song, and the I Want song reprise song. And they're not really strong, but anyway, we'll get right into it. So let's go right in. So number 12, there's 12 tracks in total. Number 12 is the Silly Song. This number takes place once Jonathan and Snow White were kind of like rejoiced because Doc saved Jonathan from being hit by an arrow from one of the Queen's army. So that's a whole new sequence. And it's just very bizarre. I mean, it makes sense though, because in the original it's just Snow White and the dwarf. They were all dancing in the cottage, but this one, I don't know why everything takes place outside the cottage. I get it, because it looks very small, it doesn't fit everybody in the crew, and it's just like, I feel like that number's like hit or miss. The only time you know that song if you are a big fan of the original, but as a general audience who, you know, if you haven't seen the original, you know, 1937, you're just like, oh, they didn't do like the iconic where the dwarves pretend to be like the prince. Well, they don't need to, because the prince is already there in this number. But I didn't have a chance to re-listen to it. I'm like on top of my brain, I don't remember if it's just instrumental or there's actually some singing, like the yodeling, because in the original there's like lots of yodeling. So yeah, I don't know, it's just blink it till you miss it. I don't even know if this counts as a musical number. I'm just gonna add it because it's part of the original. So that's number 12. Okay, number 11 is part of the 3 reprise. It's I'm Waiting on a Wish, the reprise. This takes place after Snow White is being awakened from her true love's kiss from Jonathan, and it's about her realizing that she finally had her wish this entire time. And that song is kind of like her discovering, hey, my next wish is actually not finding true love, it's actually mentally trying to restore my kingdom, and she realized she needs to restore her kingdom in order to defeat the evil queen, basically. So that number is just her realizing it, to be honest with you. It's not as powerful versus like A Part of Your World reprise, definitely, or like Belle the reprise. It's just there. And usually reprise takes place, like the second one usually takes place before like the heroine went on an adventure, not like towards like almost the end. I mean, that could also work sometimes, but it's very rare for musicals to do that unless they do like 3 parts, like the Little Mermaid, you know, when Ariel did the second one and the third one reprise. I know this one's supposed to be sad. It's like, it's more like her realizing it. That's my first initial thought about it. So yeah. Okay, number 10 is All Is Fair. It's the reprise. This is when the evil queen, she didn't have a name, I don't know why, but she didn't have a name. She went back to dress up as the Hag, like her transition to the Hag. I feel like Ben is trying to recreate the Vanessa trick a little bit. It just didn't really work. I didn't even know she was going to do a number until she started singing it when she transformed into the Hag. I just wish that this was like a different number. I would love if she does like a musical number with her transforming into the Hag instead of her reprising the number she just did. Oh, which we'll get right into All This. I'm very surprised with that song. I just, you know, didn't really work for me. Like, I just forgot about it. All I remember is like, oh, that's the part where she just turns into a Hag and she just saying, and I'm evil now, ha ha ha. So yeah. Okay, number 9. This will kill some people. In my opinion, I put Good Things Grow. I know, it's in the bottom, not bottom 3, but bottom 4. I don't know, it's just not really a great like opening Disney number, to be honest with you. I do love the instrumental. It sounded like Renaissance a little bit, not like Beyonce Renaissance, but like Renaissance with a little bit of a modern twist. And I just wish that the opening number is different. It felt like, I felt like there was just too much happening. Like, they're trying to do like introducing the character, but also doing like a prologue too. And I feel like it's just all over the place. It's too much. Like, there's a lot happening in this number. It's not as iconic like Belle or the Family Madrigal. It's, I don't know, it's very like, not really like a strong way to begin, because usually opening numbers are like, sets the tone for the movie or sets the tone of the musical number. It just was weak. Wasn't really like my favorite, to be honest with you, unfortunately. That's why it's number 1. However, it's the next one, number 8, would be Good Things Grow. It's the finale song. I think that's a little bit better. It kind of reminds me of the Beauty and the Beast finale, which I think the Beauty and the Beast finale is better than this one. And it just, I mean, it's a lot shorter, of course. And I just feel like they're just repeating like the same thing they've been singing in the first one, but it's the finale, and you can hear like Rachel Zegler's voice in this number with the crowd. Like, you know, it's a Ben and Paul's like music style if you hear like great vocals from the background, like the chorus. That's usually like, you don't hear so much of that in like Aladdin. More on like The Greatest Showman and Snow White, you hear like strong vocalists. That's what I can tell. It's actually like their music. They're trying to be like This Is Us, but it just didn't. This Is Me. It just didn't, again, work for me, unfortunately. So White Dress is okay. I don't mind the white. I just wish they added like some colors. I get what they're trying to do with, you know. It just felt like it's just all over the place. It's just like, oh, I forgot we still have to do this finale song, which is like almost 2 minutes. But yeah, I think the better finale is actually number 7, would be Snow White's return. This number takes place when Snow White is about to, her entrance back to like her kingdom after being awake from her kiss, but after her realizing it, and this is like her return. I read this number like it's a little bit emotional, but it wasn't like really like super emotional to me when I saw it. It just felt like you can hear a little bit of like Rachel Zegler's like theater voice, like her being like angry, but then the way she preaches of Snow White is very like soft and sweet. I don't see a lot of people, you know, talk so much about it. And then her vocal, yeah, I don't know, that one felt like more like a finale song. I prefer like something that type of finale, them restoring the kingdom, like them fixing everything the evil queen done, instead of like that number. I think that number should have been like in a different part of towards the ending, not like towards the climax of the movie, you know? I don't know, it's just number 7. And anyway, okay, so number 6 is Princess Problems. This is Jonathan's music and Andrew Bucknam or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Andrew. This is Jonathan's number basically with Rachel, but it's mostly Jonathan's number. At first, I thought it's gonna be catchy, but again, I forgot about it, so it's number 6. I just felt like it's cute. It felt a little bit like they're singing it for like children, like a you know, like you're watching like a stage show from the park. Feels like too kiddish. It just wasn't really like strong. I do love the little like interaction interaction. It's like first time you get to see like Jonathan and Snow White interacting for the first time ever, like them having a conversation about it, while her trying to like look for her father at this point. Honestly, I kind of felt like yeah, again, it's definitely like a Flynn Rider song, just making fun of like Snow White's like problems and stuff. I don't know, it could have been something better. It just felt like, again, it just felt too kiddish for me, for my taste. Anyway, I'm being so harsh with this ranking. So yeah. So number 5, we're moving to the top 5 now. Oh my god, top 5. So number 5 is Hand Me to Hand. This number is supposed to be, in my opinion, this happens like, this reminds me a little bit like Something There, especially the way they did the musical number, because there's so many like stop motion, and the reason it's Something There because you get to like their inner thoughts about towards each other, like Snow White, and I love like a great like Prince and Princess's duet, like a love duet basically. And you know, the number almost like kiss. I feel like they're trying to be like something there, and also trying to be like, towards the end was a little bit like Kiss the Girl, where like they're about to kiss but then they stop. And I feel like the vocal between Rachel and Andrew was like amazing. I love like their harmonies together with this number. And I forgot that this number is, I feel like this was kind of like the rewrite of Someday My Prince Will Come, like the section of that number. And I just wish that I rather have this number instead of a Prince problem, you know? Princess Problem. I like this one is, you know, that I wish this happened like in the opening number, kind of, not like towards the end. Like this, I feel like this is a replacement of Someday My Prince Will Come, or one song, you know? But they changed Jonathan's character from the original tales. So it's a cute number. I love a good duet. So we're getting to the good one. So number 4 is All Is Fair. I'm surprised how much I put it in high up. I'm very surprised. This is actually like a very great song. And I can tell half of it is not Gal Gadot's vocal, especially when she reached the high note. I just feel like it's a great like Disney villain. So I see the comparison between like Mother Knows Best, kind of. I wish that this number happens when she's about to transform into the hag, instead of like towards when she found out that the hunter didn't kill Snow White. And I really love like her outfit. I love the Evil Queen's outfit for this number. I just love like the choreography that her servant and the guards were playing. It's very regal, and it's not really like, I don't know, it felt a little bit like a Disney villain, but not like as good as like the animation counterpart. But it's a great, you know, addition for the Evil Queen to have. But I feel like it would be more powerful if she did it towards the end, not towards the end, like with the transition and stuff, you know? Yeah, I feel like this song doesn't need a reprise. I feel like this should have been just one song towards her transforming and stuff, seeing her being angry and her motivation. So yeah, that's number 4. So number 3, I'm very surprised how high I put this one. I personally really enjoy Hi Ho. I know at first it's very nostalgic. It's one of the nostalgic songs from the original. You saw like, oh, but then like it took me a while to adjust, like, because this is like the introduction of like the 7 dwarves, or the little people, or they're called Mayans, but they didn't call themselves dwarf in this version. So it's introduction to like the 7 like dwarves, you know? And you know, it's very cute. I feel like this number is trying to be our guest a little bit, and I love like the mime. It's very gorgeous, and I definitely see that they added some new lyrics into the song to make it like 3 minutes or whatever, not like a minute like in the original. And it's very nostalgic, and I really enjoyed the number, and it's a great introduction to like the dwarf and stuff. It's very nostalgic, and I really enjoy it, and I can't just, you know, see that number again. It was very, you know, beautiful and nostalgic, you know? Okay, so number 2 is Waiting on a Wish. Waiting on a Wish was almost perfect. I just wish that I feel like this is like the rewrite for I'm Wishing. And I just wish that towards the end, my only complaint is that I wish that Ben would make Rachel go like high notes towards the end to make it more powerful, instead of like her doing a little bit of a high note towards like almost the bridge of the song, and just her ending it with like sadness. I mean, it's a little bit sad, but it didn't felt like the sadness of it. It's, again, I think the number reminds me for the first time forever. First time, like the new song from Ariel, like where like it's high and then once towards the end it just reached like downhill right there. Like it just was not really a strong ending. It could have been like a strong ending for that number, but you can tell like Snow White's anger and stuff. This number felt like really like theater kid level for Waiting on a Wish. But yeah, that's my only complaint. It could have been it's almost perfect. They just have to change like to make the ending stronger, like her I Want song. So yeah, so number 1 is Whistle While You Work. I love this new rendition. I saw an interview how like she got homage to Julie Andrews, which is such a great idea. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of like A Spoonful of Sugar type of vibe. It's very fun. It gives homage to like the original, and I wish that throughout the entire movie, I wish we have more songs with them using Rachel Zegler's like whistling song with the ah, you know, the ah. I feel like this song used that a lot. I wish they use it a little bit more in Waiting on a Wish instead of just Whistle While You Work. It's a fun number. It's very cute. It's of the new edition where like instead of the animals being in this number, there's a little bit, but it's with the dwarf dude. They're all clean together. It's a very cute number, and I'm very fortunate enough to see that first in D23. It's a great clip to show, you know. I just thought that it would have been interesting to see what would have been if they didn't, that's my only problem with the soundtrack. It's like they literally like cut almost majority of the original soundtrack from the original movie, and that would be this number is a perfect number where I would love to see what could have been if they remastered some of the other songs, you know, especially Someday My Prince Will Come. So yeah, Whistle While You Work is my #1 favorite, and it's a fun number and it's very nostalgic. So yeah, those are my 12 ranking of the Snow White soundtrack. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Snow White soundtrack? Do you really stand it? Is this part of your favorite Disney live action musical? Let me know all comments down below, and I'll see you all on the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like if you want to miss any more videos like this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Boof! So the 7th place is the Forgotten Princess from the live action universe. She's popular in her animation counterpart. It happens to be Boom. Wait, that's it? Okay.